Use the results from a survey of a simple random sample of 1,268 adults. Among the 1,268 respondents, 79% rated themselves as above average drivers. We want to test the claim that 7 over 10 of adults rate themselves as above average drivers. We're going to complete parts A through C. So the first part is A. We want to be able to identify the actual number of respondents who rated themselves as above average drivers. So let's take a look at this question here. It says that among the 1,268 respondents, it says here that 79% rated themselves above average. So we need to find out what is 79% of 1,268. So for part A, we want to find 79% of the total respondents of 1,268. Well, that's the same thing as saying 0.79 and multiplying it by 1,268. So let's go ahead and find that. And here it says round to the nearest whole number. So we're going to take 0.79, multiply that by 1,268. And rounding that to the nearest whole number is 1,002. So therefore, our answer for part A is going to be 1,002. Okay, now it says identify the sample proportion and use the symbol that represents it. Okay, so in part B, we want to find the sample proportion. And so the sample proportion is the 79%. And so since it's a proportion, we know that we call that the point estimate. And that's equal to 79%. But we want to convert that to a decimal, so that's 0.79. So the point estimate of the population proportion is equal to 0.79. So the point estimate is p hat here. And we know it's going to equal 0.79, and there is our result. Now it says for the hypothesis test, find the value used for the population proportion and use the symbol that represents it. Now when you're discussing the hypothesis test and you want to find the population proportion, that's going to be in the sentence that represents the claim. So the claim is telling us to test a claim that 7 over 10 of the adults rate themselves above average drivers. So for part C, the claim is going to say, well, we know that P is going to equal 7 over 10, which is the same thing as 0.7. So over here, we would say that the population proportion P is going to equal 0.7. Check our result, and then there is our answer.